So, hello everyone, welcome to Exampur again. I hope you are doing well. So, जल्दी से फटाफट से सेशन ज्वाइन कर लेंगे और सेशन को शेयर भी कर लेंगे। आज का जो क्वेश्चन है, क्वेश्चन पेपर 4 के सामने दिखा गया, लेकिन एक्चुअली पेपर 2 का एक क्वेश्चन था। पेपर 2 क्वेश्चन था और ये क्वेश्चन पूछा क्वेश्चन नहीं था। बेसिकली ये क्वेश्चन जो है ना अच्छा क्वेश्चन में लगा, ठीक है, पॉलिटी क्वेश्चन है और हमें अच्छा लगा इसलिए कि इसमें कुछ ऐसा लिखा हुआ नहीं है कि इसमें इवेलुएट कीजिए, डिस्कस कीजिए, क्रिटिकली एनालाइज कीजिए, कुछ ऐसा चीज लिखा हुआ नहीं है। इसमें सिंपल पूछा गया इन योर ओपिनियन, इन योर ओपिनियन, ठीक है, इन योर ओपिनियन से होता है कमेंट। कुछ क्वेश्चन ऐसे होते हैं ना कि इसमें बोला जाता है कि कमेंट, ठीक है। अब कमेंट में आपको खुद का कमेंट नहीं करना पड़ता है, लेकिन यहाँ साफ साफ आपसे पूछ दिया गया कि इन योर ओपिनियन, ठीक है। लेकिन ऐसे क्वेश्चन को डील कैसे करेंगे, इसको हम बात करेंगे। क्वेश्चन क्या है, क्वेश्चन पहले लिख लेते हैं, उससे हम बात करते हैं, ठीक है। क्वेश्चन क्या है? विवेक, वेरी गुड इवनिंग। सो कहाँ तक है, ऐसा क्यों लगता है? चलिए क्वेश्चन लिख लेते पहले, ठीक है। देख लो विवेक, क्वेश्चन क्या है? दो मान जाए कुछ, ये बना दो, ठीक है, ये बना दो, दो नेसेसरी टाइमली फ्री एंड फेयर इलेक्शन, तो नेसेसरी टाइमली। क्या होता है कि अभी जो क्वेश्चन पूछने का जो पैटर्न है ना, ये पैटर्न थोड़ा चेंज हो, मतलब डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन पूछते नहीं है, तो अभी चाहते हैं कि तो आपको ऐसे ऐसे क्वेश्चन एटलीस्ट कम से कम मिल जाए ऐसे देखने को, और कैसे उसको टैकल करें ये कम से कम एक आइडिया हो जाए। क्योंकि अभी 2021-22 में क्वेश्चन जब पूछा जाएगा ना, तभी तो अपना कंफर्म हो जाएगा कि यस कि यूपीएससी ना अब सिंपल वो बच्चों वाला क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछ रही कि मतलब इसका क्या रीजन है ये बताओ, वो अब नहीं पूछ रही है। क्वेश्चन अगर रीजन नहीं पूछेगी तो उसका घुमा पूछेगी। अब एक तो पहले लिखने का टेंशन होता था, पहले लिखना, पहले आंसर को है टाइम में लिखना है, सही कंटेंट लिखना है, अच्छा प्रेजेंटेशन। अब उसमें से एक टेंशन और है सिर दर्द कि क्वेश्चन जो पूछा गया है उसको आइडेंटिफाई करना, ये भी एक टेंशन है। ठीक है, चलिए कोई नहीं। फ्री एंड फेयर इलेक्शंस, फ्री एंड फेयर elections, free and fair elections are not sufficient to ensure a vibrant democracy. A vibrant डेमोक्रेसी, और वाइब्रेंट डेमोक्रेसी। ठीक है, यहाँ तक सही है। ये तो आपसे बोल दिया गया यहाँ से एक कुछ चीजें पूछ कर। इसके बाद पूछा गया इन योर ओपिनियन, ये हमें अच्छा लगा कि आप यहाँ पे क्या करेंगे, क्योंकि हमने जितने भी कीवर्ड्स देखे हैं उसमें कीवर्ड्स में कहीं भी हम ये नहीं बताया कि इन योर ओपिनियंस। हाँ, एक जगह हम बात किए थे जब कीवर्ड्स के बारे में बात कर रहे थे, तो वहां बात किए थे कि जब भी आपसे पूछा जाए कि कमेंट के बारे में, तो कमेंट आपको खुद का नहीं करना है, कि मतलब खुद के बारे में कुछ नहीं बताना कि आप खुद जो जान रहे हैं। कमेंट यानी कि जो स्कॉलर्स कुछ कहे हैं, ठीक है, कुछ एक्ट्स, कुछ पॉलिसी या कुछ इंडेक्स में कुछ कहा गया है, तो आप यहाँ से चीजें को रेट कर सकते हैं। ये है, ठीक है। In your opinion, what are the essential requirements? What are the essential requirements for a vibrant democracy? Yes, requirements. Okay. तो ये है हमारा क्वेश्चन। अब थोड़ा सा ध्यान से क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। क्वेश्चन क्या बोला गया कि जो स्टेटमेंट होता है ना, मतलब जो आपसे एक स्टेटमेंट क्या पता है ये कैसे फ्रेम किया जाता है। ये फ्रेम करने का एक तरीका होता है कि जैसे सपोज कीजिए कुछ पैराग्राफ है कुछ टॉपिक के बारे में, तो उस टॉपिक के बारे में कुछ जो लिखा होता है ना, तो वहां से कुछ ये उठा ली जाती है डिट्टो, और डिट्टो उठा के पल चिपका जाता है। उसके बाद से मतलब ये तो हो गया, उसके एक लाइन को उठा के चिपका दिया गया जो अच्छा लाइन लगा। उसके बाद से नीचे क्वेश्चन ये फ्रेम किया जाता है, ये जो होता है ना इन से लेकर डेमोक्रेसी तक, ये इसको देखते हुए फ्रेम किया जाता है। तो ये होता है क्वेश्चन, मतलब ऐसे क्वेश्चन के लिए बहुत टफ नहीं होता है, बहुत सिंपल होता है, मतलब आसान होता है। बस इतना ही कि आपको थोड़ा समझना पड़ता है, मतलब कुछ क्वेश्चन ऐसे प्रैक्टिस करने पड़ते हैं। और आप क्वेश्चन जो पूछ रहे हैं ना, तो ये इसी पैटर्न पूछ रहे हैं, ठीक है। क्वेश्चन आपसे पूछा जा रहा है कि दो इसमें डील क्या करना पड़ता है। वेरी गुड इवनिंग प्रतीक्षा। Though necessary, timely, free and fair elections are not sufficient to ensure vibrant democracy. पहले तो आपको ये जाना पड़ेगा वाइब्रेंट डेमोक्रेसी होता क्या है, और यहाँ पर वाइब्रेंट डेमोक्रेसी एक बार नहीं 2 बार यूज किया गया है। तो जब 2 बार यूज किया गया है तो अंडरलाइन करना बनता है हमें, है ना। यहाँ पर भी है। अब यहाँ पर आपसे जो डायमेंशन पूछा गया है, हम अभी ये बात नहीं करेंगे इंट्रोडक्शन में क्या लिखना है, अभी हम पहले ये बात करेंगे कि बॉडी वाले पार्ट में क्या आपको डिमांड पूरा करना है। ये बड़ा दिक्कत है, ठीक है। या अगर हम अभी पूछ लेंगे यहाँ पर, ठीक है, जो लोग यहाँ पर है, जितने लोग ऑनेस्टली, ठीक है, ऑनेस्टली बताएंगे, मतलब मेरे सामने तो कुछ ही लोग हैं जो कैंसर प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं, लेकिन एक ही ऑनेस्टली बताइए कि यहाँ पर बॉडी वाले पार्ट में, ठीक है, ध्यान सुनिएगा, बॉडी वाले पार्ट में, क्योंकि हम पूरा लिखने से पूरा तो लिख देंगे, ठीक है। क्वेश्चन गुड इवनिंग, गुड इवनिंग, गुड इवनिंग। Okay, in your opinion, so sir, in this question we have to write in favor or against, sir. Okay, okay, yes, yes. So दिक्कत होती है, yes. तो इसके लिए ना, हाँ यस, ऐसे क्वेश्चन के लिए ना, जब भी पूछा था ये इन योर ओपिनियन, तो ना थोड़ा सा इसको ध्यान से समझिए जो हम बोलना चाह रहे हैं। जितने गुड इवनिंग स्वामी शेखर, अल्पना, नेहा, रिंकी, रूपा रानी, वेरी गुड इवनिंग। थोड़ा सा क्वेश्चन पे फोकस कीजिए, क्योंकि लिखना बड़ी बात नहीं है। हाँ लेट हो, मतलब लेट ऐसा लगता है कि कभी कभी शुरू में, मतलब 2-3 होते हैं ना, 2-3 मतलब 0 होते हैं, तो इसलिए सभी हम पिछले भी वाला क्लास में बोल चुके हैं कि जंप करके आना है। हाँ ठीक है, जरूर, मतलब पानी में पी लीजिए, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, लेकिन जंप करके आना है, ठीक है। तो सर कितना फोर्सफुली करते हैं, फोर्सफुली पोजिशन करते हैं, फिर आप फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच एंड एक्सप्रेशन का वायलेशन कर रहे हैं। तो हाँ सुनिए ध्यान से जो हम कहना चाह रहे हैं। चलिए अब थोड़ा हम कमेंट पे कम फोकस करेंगे कुछ देर के लिए, कुछ मिनट के लिए, है ना। ऐसे क्वेश्चन डील कैसे करेंगे, आप जो भी पूछे ना आप हमसे, उसको हम कैसे डील करेंगे उसको हम बताएंगे, ठीक है। उसको हम थोड़ा बताएंगे, पर इसको देखिए यहाँ पर क्या बोला गया है, जो स्टेटमेंट यहाँ लिखा गया है, तो आपको क्या लग रहा है कि ये पॉजिटिव कुछ चीजें बातें की जा रही है या नेगेटिव चीजें, देख लेते हैं। यहाँ सब कुछ बोलते हुए बोला गया नॉट सफिशिएंट, प्री फेयर इलेक्शन करवाना है, और ये सफिशिएंट नहीं है, इतना ही सफिशिएंट नहीं है, इसके आगे और भी करना पड़े। मतलब ये चीजें कहना चाह रहा है कि फ्री एंड फेयर इलेक्शन करवाना, ये मतलब इतना कर देना इलेक्शन कमीशन की तरफ से, ये बहुत बड़ी बात नहीं है। वाइब्रेंट डेमोक्रेसी के लिए बोलते हैं, एक डेमोक्रेसी के लिए वाइब्रेंट डेमोक्रेसी क्या होता है हम बात करेंगे इस बार। कुछ ऐसे होता नहीं है, ठीक है, मतलब सिंपल सी बात है कि जो भी इंडिया में पार्लियामेंट्री रूल है, फ्री एंड फेयर इलेक्शंस, सबको यूनिवर्सल एडल्ट फ्रेंचाइज के राइट है, सबको वोटिंग राइट्स है, ये सब तो चीजें वाइब्रेंट डेमोक्रेसी। वाइब्रेंट डेमोक्रेसी मतलब डेमोक्रेसी तो है, लेकिन डेमोक्रेसी के जितने भी फीचर्स होते हैं वो सारे अगर इसमें है, हमारे इंडिया में है, फॉलो की जाती है, उसको बोलते वाइब्रेंट, वाइब्रेंट, है ना। तो अभी इसका हम कुछ प्रॉपर्टीज लिख देंगे, ठीक है। ये आपसे क्वेश्चन पूछा गया 250 वर्ड्स का, ठीक है। ये हम चाहेंगे तो 150 वर्ड्स के बना सकते हैं, लेकिन हम चाहते हैं 250 वर्ड्स का बनाइए, है ना। तो इसमें डायमेंशन क्या क्या ऐड होंगे पहले मैं लिख दे रहे हैं, ताकि कम से कम दिमाग में रहे 250 वर्ड्स के हैं। तो 250 वर्ड्स में डायमेंशन के लिए हमें अपने नहीं 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 नहीं, आप कभी भी ये स्टार्ट नहीं करेंगे इस तरह का ओपिनियन में, आप एग्री है नहीं है, आप इसको इंट्रोडक्शन में स्टार्ट कभी नहीं करेंगे, ये बहुत बड़ा ब्लंडर हो जाएगा फिर फिर दिक्कत हो जाएगा, करना क्या हम बताएंगे आपको, ठीक है। यही दिक्कत होता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, जब तक है तब तक दिक्कत नहीं होगी। देखिए क्या होता है कि जब यहाँ से यहाँ तक बोला गया आपको कि ये इतना सफिशिएंट नहीं है, इतना इनफ नहीं है फ्री एंड फेयर इलेक्शन करवाना वाइब्रेंट डेमोक्रेसी के लिए, तो आपको यहाँ पर सबसे पहले जो इंट्रोडक्शन है उसको छोड़ देते हैं, उसके बाद आप ये पहले बात करेंगे कि फ्री एंड फेयर इलेक्शन कौन करवा रहा है, इलेक्शन कमीशन, ठीक है, इसकी क्या, या फिर ये मान चलिए फ्री एंड फेयर इलेक्शन के इंपॉर्टेंस क्या है। आप इसको शॉर्ट में लिखेंगे, मतलब इंट्रोडक्शन में अटैच कर लिखेंगे, जैसे हम बोलते हैं ना कि इंपॉर्टेंस शॉर्ट में लिख रहे हैं, इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ फ्री एंड फेयर इलेक्शन, ठीक है, इसको करके, और इसे 3-4 रिप्रेजेंटेटिव होता है, ठीक है। फिर यहाँ पर बोल सकते हैं कि अकाउंटेबिलिटी फिक्स होती है, ठीक है, अकाउंटेबिलिटी फिक्स होती है। फिर आप थर्ड लिख सकते हैं कि जो मार्जिनलाइज जो सेक्शन है उसको कवर किया जाता है, हर एक सेक्शन कवर किया जाता है ना, वही चीज हो। तो आप यहाँ 3-4 पॉइंट करके इसे लिख दीजिए, ठीक है, टू द पॉइंट शॉर्ट में। इसके बाद आ जाइए यहाँ पर वाइब्रेंट डेमोक्रेसी क्या होता है, ये आप लिखेंगे। वाइब्रेंट डेमोक्रेसी में क्या क्या होता है, इसके फीचर्स क्या होता है, ये आप लिखेंगे और ये आपका मेन बॉडी पार्ट होगा। ठीक, अब थोड़ा सा यहाँ पर आते हैं। इन योर ओपिनियन व्हाट आर द एसेंशियल रिक्वायरमेंट फॉर वाइब्रेंट डेमोक्रेसी। क्वेश्चन का जो डिमांड है ना, डिमांड, क्वेश्चन डिमांड क्या है, क्वेश्चन डिमांड ये है कि पहले आप यहाँ पर जितने भी कीवर्ड्स है ना जो आपको दिख रहे हैं, आपने पहले शॉर्ट में इसको एक्सप्लेन कर दिया। 250 वर्ड्स में तो ये कंपलसरी है। 250 वर्ड्स में आप जितना भी कंटेंट जितना आप लिखेंगे ना, देखिए आप पॉइंट लिख रहे हैं कि पेपर 2 का है, पेपर 2 में आप अगर भूल जाइए, आपको अच्छा कंटेंट देना है, ज्यादा कंटेंट, अगर आपके पास कंटेंट इनफ कंटेंट है देना है, और पेपर 2 में हमें से ना जो मेरा ही क्लास 5 महीने जो देखा होगा उनके पास इनफ कंटेंट होगा, मतलब इनफ बोल रहे हैं सभी से, इनफ कंटेंट होगा। तो यहाँ पर जो आपसे पूछा गया कि व्हाट आर द एसेंशियल रिक्वायरमेंट फॉर अ वाइब्रेंट डेमोक्रेसी, वाइब्रेंट डेमोक्रेसी के लिए क्या रिक्वायरमेंट है। तो ये वाइब्रेंट डेमोक्रेसी जब लिखेंगे यहाँ पर, या तो आप इसमें अटैच कर दीजिए वाइब्रेंट डेमोक्रेसी को, और या फिर आप या तो यहाँ जो लिखा है एसेंशियल रिक्वायरमेंट, या फिर रिक्वायरमेंट, या फिर इसमें पूछा जा रहा है क्या वे फॉरवर्ड, क्या रिक्वायरमेंट यानी कि क्या इसके मेजर्स, क्या वे फॉरवर्ड होंगे। तो वे फॉरवर्ड में जाने के लिए सबसे पहले आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा कि वाइब्रेंट डेमोक्रेसी को पहले आप बताना पड़ेगा कि वाइब्रेंट डेमोक्रेसी कौन कौन से पार्ट है। ठीक है, तो ये आप इसी तरह लिखेंगे 250 वर्ड्स के। अभी हम यही बात करेंगे 150 वर्ड्स में कैसे आप डील करेंगे। तो अगर मान लीजिए अगर वाइब्रेंट डेमोक्रेसी के बारे में लिख रहे हैं, इसको ऐसे कर दीजिए जैसे भी बादल बनाइए उसको जैसे कीजिए ऐसे नहीं किया, हमें लगा ना कि कुछ चीजें एक्सप्लेन कर रहे हैं, हमें लगा कि थोड़ा इसमें चल जाते हैं, ऐसे आगे हम इंग्लिश चल जाते हैं। ठीक है एक्चुअली हुआ क्या कि हमें समझाने में जो हम समझा रहे थे ना इस चीज को, तो हमें लगा ना कि ये क्वेश्चन है तो टफ, इन योर ओपिनियन पूछा गया, तो हमें लगा थोड़ा सा एक्सप्रेस करने के लिए ये सही बात है, कोई इशू नहीं। तो अगेन वाइब्रेंट डेमोक्रेसी, for vibrant democracy, when the question is about for the 250 words, you have to just put your points in point format, your data, like what about the features of the vibrant democracies. There is a question about the requirement and the features, both are very two different things. So when you deal with the features, what are the features of the vibrant democracy, then you have to write free and fair elections, and the free and fair election is a one component of the vibrant democracy, only one component. So to make a democracy vibrant, you have to make some another points like free and fair elections, parliamentary elections, ठीक है, so parliamentary system, judicial review, means those features which is basically for the parliamentary systems, or those features which basically for the democratic country, you have to mention here in point wise format, in point wise, because here there is no any dimensions are there. Despite this, there is a question is about 250 words. For the 250 words, you have to mention what are the features of the vibrant democracy. Okay, features in short, I just want to one thing make clear. I just love this one. Why I rub this, because in the body part, okay, in the body part you have to deal vibrant. Vibrant means simply you can say the convergence. Vibrant means simply you can just understand the absolute very purely in terms of if any country is a democratic country, suppose, and democratic country has some features, yes, democratic country has some features. If all the features, listen to me carefully, if all the features followed by that particular country, all the features, that means a vibrant democracy. If some features are lacking, if some features do not follow in that particular country, that is not a vibrant democracy. So what are the features, application of the democracies, and any country which is following some those features, all features, that is vibrant democracy. That's it. Okay. So in the body part, now listen to me carefully. In the body part, first you have to mention the free and fair elections and the importance. The importance. These are the now. One thing I just want to make clear. Over the time when I was in 2017, 2018, in that time there is in my mains examination. So we have some skills regarding the mains NCERT practice, but right now the things becoming changing over the time, because you have to in that time we have to some like some if you just make a answer writing, then that time you have to mention only few dimensions. But in this time, in 2021, right now, or 2022, you have to add some more extra dimension, because for the 2021 mains examinations, or what the toppers copies is saying is all about, that is, if you can add some extra dimension in point-wise format, because space is limited, time is limited, but within this limited time and space, if you just make uh, points in different dimensions, that will fetch you a good marks. Okay, so limited dimensions this time doesn't work, so you have to make you have to become a much more multiple dimensions. Okay, so importance of free and fair election, that is one dimension. And if you just want to express this one in the cloud format, suppose cloud format, that is something this one, and this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay, now this is the first point, first dimension. Next dimension is vibrant democracy. Vibrant democracy features. And if you know about the features of the vibrant democracy, definitely you have an idea about the what are the essential requirement of the vibrant democracy, because you have already know about there is a free and fair elections, there is a judicial review, there is a separation of judiciary, that is the features. Okay, so you just make some modification. Yes, there is a judicial review, but judicial review can be expanded. Okay, can be expanded, or there is some limitation with respect to some provisions, like something. So vibrant democracy features. Next is the yes, requirement. There is a requirement, but in our editorial session we write this one is the in the form of way forward. Okay, so the way forward or the requirement, it is basically same thing. So the requirement, this is the next point. Or before the requirement, you must have to mention what are the gray areas, or what are the issues regarding the vibrant democracies. First of all, features, issues, and the requirement, that is the way forward. So here in the third point, that is a challenges or issues. Challenges for the vibrant democracy, and the last one is the requirement. Okay? Essential requirement of the vibrant democracy. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, these are only body part. These are not these these are not included in the introduction or conclusion part. Introduction parts are separately we have to mention. Introduction part first, and the last conclusion part. If we add these one, this then we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dimension. If we just eliminate the introduction conclusion part, we have a 4 dimension importance. But if you just look into the question, honestly say that if you have some kind of question, then what you will deal to some particular question for same type of questions. You First thing, there is a in simple because in the question there is a simple question, that is a essential requirement. That's it. What are the essential requirement? But you have to find out what are the dimensions which can be possible to deal with this particular question. You have to find out, because it's your responsibility, it's your task. So I just try to show you that yes, we have some importance of free and fair elections. Yes, some aspirants may have a different approach for this particular question, but you must have a some kind of similar type of approach, because this is a very time tested approach. Okay, now come to the Vivek, your question. Jobless growth economy. Okay, we have a point, jobless growth economy. So first of all, are you getting my point? Are you understanding? If you have any doubt regarding this question, please do let me know. Now come to the answer. Okay, but before that, I will just briefly go through the jobless growth economy. Okay, jobless growth economy. So here I just want to make here jobless growth economy. Okay, but I will deal with the only body part. Okay, only body part. In the body part, because same situation in your opinion. Okay, in your opinion, suppose in your opinion, what are the essential requirement, or what are the measures the government should make in this scenario? Some kind of questions are there, suppose. So in the body part, you have to first deal with the jobless. First of all, suppose there is some statement like, okay, suppose we have some statement like this. So in this statement, you have to make some dimension. Suppose there is some statement regarding the there's some positive statement or negative statement, maybe no problem, but you have to make some positive dimension. What about positive dimension? Like suppose that there is a jobless growth economy, and you can make a dimension regarding the growth, economic growth regarding. You have to just show with this points like what are the conditions, what are the real this time's condition of the Indian economy. You have to make means Indian economy, and you have to just show yes, there is some data regarding this point. Growth rate is something. Industrial sector regarding there are some we can say the growth rate are there. There are some startup. India is the third largest startup ecosystem in the world. You have some data regarding, just try to put on the some dimension. Means you have to start in the such kind of questions with some positive dimensions. Yes, there is some negative type questions. Yes, there is some not sufficient, what is the requirement, but you have to start your body part with some positive dimensions. Like it's just an example. So Indian economy, I just want to mention some positive points which basically show the growth rate of Indian economy. Now move on the next, jobless growth economy. Now you just make some points with the dimensions of the what are the jobless what are the condition, what are the ways, or what are the ways, or what are the points which basically shows this yes, there is a jobless growth economy. First we will deal with the positive side, next we will deal with the jobless growth economy. Means we have to mention here the what are the ways, which basically shows that yes, India has a growth less growth economy. You have to make some points regarding this one. So ways, what are the ways? कुछ हमें लगा कि कुछ ऐसा कुछ मैंने तुझसे सांप सा लगता है, तो हमें लगा कि नीचे तो नहीं, बारिश से भीगते हैं, तो हमें लग रहा है कि कहीं जंगल में है, गीला गीला लग रहा है. So next is ways. Means what are the ways, or what are the points? Okay. Next one is the if you just try to find, I just want to make 4 dimensions. So second one is what are the wage, or the third one maybe uh, or if you want to finally make simple way forward or the measures, that is also sufficient. Means way forward, or next in the middle part we have to you have to deal with the what are the concerns, what are the ways, or what are the points which basically are showing that yes, India has the growth less economy, good growth rate. That is the second point. This third and the last one is way forward or measures. You can just make 3.3 dimension is compulsory. Such kind of question, 3 dimension is compulsory. If you add on one extra dimension, that is in good, but you must have to do 3 dimension, at least 3 dimension. For the 150 marks question, you have to mention at least 2 dimension. At least 2 dimension. If there is no any regarding the mention of the question that yes, there is only single dimension, but despite this, you have to mention some extra dimension. Okay, so if you more extra dimensions, that will fetch you a very good marks, because more dimensions, more diversity, more marks, more marks means crack the UPSC. So it's from primary to service sector. Is it negative point if India shifting from primary to service sector? That is not a negative point. That is not a negative point. Yes, the application of this thing may be negative, but primary to service sector, or simply say agriculture to service sector, that is primary agriculture to service sector, that is not a negative point. Okay, that is not a negative point. Yes, if there is a secondary sector, that is industrial sector has some issues regarding the emitting pollutions, regarding the toxic chemicals, regarding the land ownership, regarding the labors, regarding the anything else. That is a negative point. That is negative point. In the service sector, there is some negative point. In the primary sector, there is some negative points regarding the loan waivers, regarding the farm laws are not a very good framework regarding the farm laws. Any other issues, cropping issues, insecticides, pesticide issues, these are the negative points. Okay. Okay, Vivek, are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? Yes. So the main problems which might be facing that yes, if the proper identification are not there, if the proper identification means if you're not aware about what are the perfect segregation, what can be the positive point, what can be the negative point. If you are little bit we can say cannot make segregate with these positive negative points, that is means you need more practice. More practice means if randomly suppose on the daily basis you practice 1 or 2 questions or 4 questions, 5 questions, that is good, but the analysis part is very, very important. Analysis part is very, very important. If you are just writing and you are not evaluated your answer, that can be a very big issues. That can be a very big issue. So if you are writing one answer on the daily basis and evaluate your answer with yourself, that is good. But if you are write 4 question or 7 question, and if you are not able, if you are not evaluated your questions answers, that is a very big setback. Okay, so evaluation is as important as attempting the questions more and more. So evaluation is very important. If you uh, writing 4 question or 5 question, give extra time for the evaluation. Give same time for the evaluation. If you write 1 question for the 10 minutes, suppose 10 minutes, please give for the evaluation of the some particular question. In the initial phase, I'm I'm not saying that you always go through the evaluation part. In the initial phase, it is very very important. Suppose 100 question you just write and with evaluation, okay. And if you do some evaluation of your answer, after some time, in the 101 question, you need little bit evaluation, or I think no evaluation. So if you initial phase is very very important. In the initial phase, you have to more attentive, you have to more uh, uh, we can say very conscious regarding the writing the answer. So that is very very important. Okay. Yes, yes, I got lots of copies, means numbers of copies, and sometime I had no time. So after 1 days, 2 days, definitely I will check the copies and provide you some feedback. So, but last few days, I was not able to go through the copies and the answer images. So yes, definitely. But if you send me a few answer copies after within 1 or 2 days, or as soon as I get time, I will definitely check your copies. Okay. So please keep in mind as well. Okay. So now move on the next, that is the answer part. Uh, these are the uh, framework. This is the framework. Okay. And framework is very very important for your when you start answer writing practice. Okay. Anil Gautam, are you getting my point? Are you understanding what I am telling you? Because I think if you are still you till now, if you are not started the answer writing practice, then I think you should start with some topics. Suppose I in 3 p.m. I have done the editorial section, like the topic of the right to be forgotten. You have to just try to write some question about the right to be forgotten. So because answer writing very very important, here are some uh, parents. I don't want to name him or her. So initially they refused to write any answer writing practice, but after some time, when he realized, yes, this is very very important for your preparation journey. So on the daily basis, one answer writing very very important. Please write one answer writing, one answer daily on the daily basis. If you have not enough content, please write please write those questions which is basically from the our editorial section, or the that particular answer writing practice session. Because if you have some ideas, then you are able to write something. If you have not any ideas, then I think it may be some problems to write. So in the introduction part, what you have to write. Now listen carefully. In the introduction part, there is a, according to the question's demand. Actually, what happened, Swami Shekhar, that I got numbers of copies. Okay, but initially I don't want to judge a uh, very factual or very deep in manner. Initially, when you start the answer writing, I just go through the copies. Yes, the content is very good. The structure is, if any problem, yes, then I give a feedback. When after some week or some month, when you repeat same mistakes, then that time I will object you, and that time I will give you a very perfect feedback. Otherwise, content, no problem, because in the examination hall, you are not able to recall all the uh, content, all the facts and figures what you are writing right now, because in the limited time space you have to write 150 words, 250 words answer writing. So in that time, content is not an issue. Okay, the issue is completing the answer. The issue is what you have read, recalling the content. That is will be the issue. So the content, no issues. Presentation, structuring, data, question demand, that is very very big problem. So that can be issues. So that's why I'm not very means in generally we can say क्या बोलते हैं हम लोग कड़क टीचर बोलते हैं, कड़क टीचर की तरह चेक नहीं करते हैं. हम कड़क टीचर की तरह चेक करेंगे तो इनिशियली क्या होगा कि आप लोग डिमोटिवेट हो जाएंगे. So that's why I'm not give you a very perfect feedback initially. But it doesn't mean that you are means out of range from my side. Yes, absolutely. When you submitted 50 question, then definitely I will, for the 51 question, I will check your copies very smoothly or very fine in manner. Okay. Okay. So okay, next time I will try that. If I got a very good answer from your side, from any side, then for good answer I will just keep to my slide and just attach to it, and I will show you in the live class. Okay. So now, what will be the introduction? What will be the introduction part? So in the introduction, you can write India is the largest democracy with the population. If you just can check during the live class in front of all of you. I think the this is not a very good idea, because in live class changing front, because a very big reason is, suppose I will just I'm showing one copies and there is some errors are there. Okay, some errors are there, and suppose these copies are something person, ABC person. Okay, random name ABC. So in that class, if that person is present in that time, maybe some stigma attached to him. Yes, there is some errors, lots of errors are there. Sir is intentionally finding mistakes in the answer copies. It may be happen. So I think you have seen about the movie of the Three Idiots. Result cannot be published in the so result always is published. So that is another case. But I think so कि personal checking the copies personally, and personal feedback is very very important. But yes, I can do something that if someone is right best, not best means good, I will just attach this images in my slide, and I just want to show you, yes, this is the something, or the copies which have a little error. That is a very important, good thing. So I just attach, and it can show you and can show you. Okay. So don't worry. Okay. Now, what will be the introduction? So the introduction part, you will have to write the India is the largest democracy. Listen carefully. India is the largest democracy with the population of 1 point up to 4 हो गया ना 1.4 billion 1.4 billion. That's it. You cannot try to mention here the by 2025 6 by 2023 India can surpass the China. You don't need to mention such kind of data. You only mention yes in the introduction part. One I think one a very good ideas. I think one a very good tips from my side. In the introduction part, every introduction part, if you have enough content, suppose that citizen charter, suppose that the farmers, women's, agricultures, we have right now the free and fair elections, permanent democracy. Here you can write the one thing, population, one data, 1.4 billion. Okay. There is a free and fair election which is conducted by the Election Commission of India, and you just mentioned in the last article 324. Means in the introduction you have already written the what about the India's nature. India is the largest democracy. Okay. Population. Second point. Third point, conducting fair and free and fair elections by the ECI. Fourth, Article 324, that is fifth. So if in the introduction part, and I just want to write this one in the board, and I just want to show you one thing. In the introduction, India is, why I am writing, I just want to show you one thing. India is the largest democracy with population of 1.4 billion 1.4 billion, and the engaging सर्च करना पड़ेगा जी होगा engaging the engaging with the free and engaging with free and fair elections conducted by Election Commission of India. यहाँ पर आर्टिकल लिख दिया, आर्टिकल 324. Can you I mention report or index published on by different yes definitely you can mention. You can mention the reports index, but again I just want to say you, main sense writing is not about only the writing. It's about choice, yes, choice, because you have enough content. If you seriously prepare for UPSC mains examination, you must have enough content, you must have enough data, but the real problem comes out from the how to present, not how to write, what content you have to put down on the paper. That is a very big issues, because what content you write, that will give you a marks. Okay, so if you suppose you have data regarding some elections, some data regarding the democracies, regarding the democracy, we have lots of index, numbers of index are there, you have to also mention here. But if you mention here latest index, that is perfectly fine. But again, I'm writing here this one because I just want to tell you one thing. Yes. But please listen carefully one thing for 1 minute. If I just write this one, okay, and here what uh, what how many datas or points are there? So Election Commission of India, Article 324. I just try to mention here. Okay, Article 324. That is itself a data. Okay, next one. 4 billion population. That is also data. Largest democracy. That is also a point data. Okay, so Election Commission of India. 324. Yes. So here in the introduction part we have a 3 data. Largest democracy, 1.4 billion, Election Commission of India. Yes, it may be good, but if you have a report and data, okay, that will be also good. But if it is current data, that will be fine. So current data, maybe you can use, no problem. But I just want to make clear, if you write any introduction, and in the introduction you have to, if you mention in the introduction 2 to 3 datas, 2 to 3 datas, it may be suppose in the economy, suppose we have a question of economy, you can mention the if you have a question of RBI, suppose banking, then you have a mention about the regarding the RBIs, or the suppose we have a question regarding the inflation. So the inflation, if you have an index, you must have to mention here. If you didn't have idea about or index ideas or the data, then you must have to mention the inflation. What is the inflation in short, objective in short, or what are the RBI's target to maintain the inflation rate 4 to 6%. Okay, means you must have to include some data in the introduction part, or it must be 2 to 3, at least 2 data, or it may be 3. It may be 4, okay, but the range is 2 to 3. Here is 3 data. Largest democracy for 1.4 billion. It may be simple, looks like simple. Yes, simple is very in the mains examination, simplicity or simple answer. No. In the interview, simplicity is very important, and in the mains examination, simple answer is very important. Okay. So yes, reports may be allowed, but such kind of introduction, if you writing in the mains, in that time, in the real time situation, you are not able to recall all the facts, figures in the immediate version, immediately in the mains. So that's why you have to practice with your existing data, what you have existing data, like simple given data. Okay, so that is all about. Now the time is over. If you have any doubt, please do let me know. Any doubt, any question regarding this? I think you have no doubt. ओके, चलिए फिर मिलते हैं हम लोग नेक्स्ट क्लास में, कल मिलते हैं, तब तक के लिए थैंक यू सो मच। विवेक, दिव्या, स्वामी शेखर, अनिल गौतम, थैंक यू सो मच। ठीक है, तो उम्मीद करें कि ये क्वेश्चन आप लोग बना लेंगे। मतलब अब हम यहाँ बच्चों की तरह लिखने वाले नहीं है, एक क्वेश्चन को हम लोग डिस्कस कर देंगे, बोल देंगे इतना ना कि आपको उस क्वेश्चन में आइडिया अच्छे से हो जाएगा। ठीक है, यस टाइम इज ओवर एक्चुअली, सर इज वेटिंग, आ जाइए। सो थैंक यू सो मच।